Meals for Millennials with Meghann and Eoin is proudly sponsored by Hook and Ladder, Corbally, Sarsfield Street and Castletroy. Welcome to episode 3 of Meals for Millennials with Meghann and Eoin, and we're here in the Hook and Ladder kitchen. What an amazing space.
Yeah, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is my home for a lot of the week. I'm here doing a cookery school in the classes, so it's a savage kitchen.
Now Eoin, so far you've taught us how to boil an egg. We've learned loads about eggs and chickens. For Veganuary we did falafels, which are super tasty and I can't wait to make more. But today we've decided to go with what is the most important meal of the day, breakfast!
Yes, yeah. And it's been great so far. We've been getting some comments and I got a few pictures as well of falafels and eggs and stuff like that, so it's good to see people actually taking things on board, and as we go on hopefully people will have like full day of eating videos
start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny, I've been asked, people are like saying to me, you'll have to have us over for breakfast, have to have us for eggs, have to have us over for falafels, and I'm like, wait until the end and then we'll see. Now, what are we going to make today? Okay,
so we're doing breakfast today, so we'll do two options because it's very, very quick, and that's kind of the aim of the game here. Is one can be done the night before, so there's no work at all involved next morning, and the other one is similar but it's done on the morning, but it's very quick. One is porridge that we'll cook, and then the other is an overnight oats. So it's nearly essentially the exact same ingredients cooked two different ways. One is more time efficient, and the other is both of them are a good hearty start to the day regardless anyway.
Now I picked up organic porridge just because it's always good to go for organic. Obviously there's a load of options out there. I grew up eating porridge. It's what my granny made for me all the time.
Absolutely,
lumps of porridge, sugar, and like that was it. But I think porridge has come on a long way now.
I mean, and you'll see now, like porridge especially is made with like the toppings and the process, so you can pimp your oats in any way you want, so we'll use like fresh berries and granola, but there's 1,001 ways you can do it, and it starts as easy as this. So we have usually a portion of about 70 or 80 grams, so we're going to go into just a normal saucepan like so, put that over there. We're going to bring this hob up to medium heat, and we're going to use our liquid, which will be milk. Now
this is where I think I have a problem. It's usually too much milk or not enough milk, and then I end up making dry porridge or this really runny.
Yeah, so there's two, well I suppose the way of combating that is I would add about 200 mils, so I'll show you what that looks like. And again, if it's too runny, you just cook it for a little bit longer, and if it's too dry, you add a little bit more milk. So same cooking is similar in if you're making a sauce, if you're making a gravy. If it's too runny, you'll just keep cooking it, or if it's too dry, you'll add a bit more stock. So,
and I think the great thing as well about porridge is we're using milk today, but you can use oat, soya, almonds, whatever your preference.
Yeah, so any dairy or non-dairy products work perfectly. So again, it's your own preference, and each of them add a different kind of character to the finished product itself.
Now, there's a lot of talks about porridge being probably one of the greatest breakfasts that you could eat because it's filling, it's good for you.
Yeah, of course.
Everything. And it's just something I find I just can't eat. I don't know. Really, I think it's because I ate so much in my childhood that I find that porridge is like a chore for me. So I'm hoping after today I'll be like, fall in love with porridge again.
So the good thing of this is from the eggs that we did, you can nearly be as versatile. So one morning you do eggs, one morning you do oats. There's another way. So as that cooks now, we're going to leave that on a heat, about a medium heat until it starts to boil. We can drop it down then, and we're just going to stir it constantly then until all the milk is absorbed.
Amazing.
So the other option, so this will be done on the morning. So we get up whatever time before work, we're making our oats. Now we can do this the night before. So we have a nice Kilner jar or any tub will work. Same as we're going to go in with our oats about halfway up.
See, I think the cute little jar helps as well.
It does, it is nice. It has a little bit of an effect to it.
I need to buy a few of these, that's maybe where I'm going wrong.
They're really handy. I mean, they're really good for like jams or any sauces because they're airtight, so it doesn't spoil for a very long time.
So my problem is I've been making overnight oats in a bowl and just throwing them into the fridge.
It works perfectly as well, but it'll set faster, it looks nicer, and it's more appetizing when you see it. People eat with their eyes. So our oats are in. We're going to do a teaspoon of chia seed. Okay.
Now, explain to me what these are. I was calling them chia seeds.
Yeah. So they're just normal seed, and when they are left to sit in any liquid, they absorb it and they kind of pop.
Okay.
So when we put this in, we're going to add our milk to this. We're going to leave it overnight, and as it sits in the fridge, that milk is going to be absorbed by the chia seeds, and you're going to be left with like a really nice pudding in the morning time.
So these are now considered superfood, aren't they?
They are, they're really good. Really healthy fats in them. So I think it's omega-3 or omega-6. So it's a great source of that. And again, for breakfast, you couldn't be eating better. It's a really, really good start to the day.
Now, you didn't put too much milk into this.
No, so you see, I'm going to give that a stir and we'll see what it looks like. So again, you don't have to add too much because it's going to be all absorbed up by the chia seeds. So you want it like how a porridge starts, a kind of wet, consistency.
Yeah.
So just like that. We're going to leave that sit.
Perfect.
If you want to pimp that with
There
our...
is the wet consistency. If you want to get a little look at there. Okay, so you could. So I'm going to add the fruit into this now.
Yeah. So you can do it now or you can do it in the morning time, one or the other. Ideally, either one, it doesn't matter. But we'll do it now just for the sake of time.
So I picked up fresh strawberries and blueberries. I know again, everyone raves about blueberries and being a superfood.
Yes, yeah, super.
I just love
I'm going to
strawberries.
use a knife to pop that in.
And
Some blueberries and some strawberries. I'll just pimp that up. You see our oats is cooking here as we speak.
I'm going to. There's probably a way to chop these properly, is there?
There is. Listen, I'll speed up the process.
Yeah,
here.
you do, because I'm just.
So again, any fruit and even frozen berries work really well here as well. They're a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, see,
if you're
I know
buying in bulk.
frozen berries are obviously handy to throw them in the freezer, but I
Yes,
suppose
yeah.
if you can at all, fresh fruit always. Are
Yeah.
frozen berries
There
good enough?
in terms of nutrition, there's no difference.
Okay.
No, because usually they're flash frozen.
Yeah.
So depending on the brand again, but no, 9 times out of 10, most frozen fruit are perfect. And again, they're a little bit cheaper. You can buy them in bulk, you can keep them stored, and they don't go off. So it is a really handy option.
I suppose especially for people who are single on their own, not cooking. If you're just
Exactly.
cooking for
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. So our porridge is coming together here. That's pretty much done.
Wow. Okay, that actually literally took a couple of minutes.
Yeah. So I didn't overdo it with the liquid or the milk. If you wanted a little bit more runny, you could add some more milk now and give it a stir. But that, for me, is a pretty decent consistency. You see that?
Oh, that actually looks lovely. See that looks like my granny's porridge from back in the day.
Yeah. So this is ready to go. We'll top that with a little bit of our granola and chia seed mix. So I think this is more like our superfoods going in there as well.
Now, see, that looks really pretty.
Yeah.
That's just.
So all we have to do now is lock it up, if we can, with this jar.
Fancy jar.
Yeah, there it is.
We'll get
So
it.
it's locked.
Brilliant.
That goes into the fridge overnight.
Yep.
And next morning you take that out. The porridge will be set. It'll be very like a pudding. It won't be the same consistency as our porridge. It'll be much different, and you eat that cold.
Now, can you batch make this? So if I was could I like on Sunday make 5 jars of this for work?
Yeah, that'll keep for the week, no problem at all.
Okay, super.
So it's just the only issue is your dairy, but for the week it's absolutely perfect.
Also, another question: if you wanted, can you heat this up in the morning?
You can, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Nicer
advise
cold.
it. It is,
Okay.
yeah, it's better cold. It wouldn't really be suited to being heated up. It's a cold breakfast. But again, it's really handy to bring to work. It's easy to pack in your bag. It's not going to spill everywhere. And you can have it at work or have it at lunchtime then.
Okay, I'm going to start making these now for the Limerick Post. So here we go. Here's
everyone knows.
our little jar of yumminess, healthiness, nutritiousness, everything. Chai seeds, organic oats, strawberries, blueberries, and granola on top.
There you are, all in one.
Got there.
So we'll serve up the porridge now as well. I'll do a drop of milk just to break it up a
I
small
also
bit.
just put a drop of cold milk in anyways because
It helps, especially when you leave it sit for a little bit. It will start to thicken up a bit more. So a drop of milk will just loosen it up again. Give a nice rustic looking dish here. So we'll pop that in.
And are we putting berries in
Yeah. Pop it up.
I chop some.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but again, I always
It needs
preference.
something.
Yeah, so porridge can be quite boring if it's not spruced up with something nice on top. So there's our porridge goes in.
Okay, I'm gonna dice in some strawberry.
I'll do some blueberry. And again, you can use any toppings you wanted for this. I often do banana and peanut butter, one of my favourites.
Oh, I actually have banana and peanut butter and toast, so I never even thought about putting it in porridge.
Yeah. Love it on toast too.
Oh wow,
Some blueberries.
And see, this will fill you for
That's it. Yeah, especially with the toppings and the granola, it's a really kind of well balanced meal as well. So it'll sustain you for most of the morning. Do some granola over the top.
This looks so
That is it.
good. And there we have our hot
So again,
porridge.
you see both of them were made nearly live, so there's no apart from leaving that overnight.
Yeah.
But really fast to make, quick, and absolutely delicious.
Incredible. Owen Sheehan, we're here from Hook and Ladder, and that is the end of episode 3, which is our breakfast. We have overnight oats and we have regular porridge as well. Make sure to follow us across all social media and hit like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks very much. Thank you, Owen.
No bother.
Meals for Millennials with Meghann and Eoin is proudly sponsored by Hook and Ladder, Corbally, Sarsfield Street and Castletroy.